guys, we're gonna got the new Tama Neo Mod Star Classic or Superstar Classic Neo Mod. So we're gonna see what's in it. Here we go. Looks like we've got a tom, the rack tom, all ready to go. So let's pull that out. Alright, so here you see this is the blue Duco finish. 100% maple shell. Got the StarCast mount system on it. A little hang tag for the store. Put this over here. So that's our 12-inch tom. Got some more packaging. Let's see what's in this box. I'm sure this is hardware, maybe the tom mount. Okay, here we go. So we have bass drum claws and rods. We have bass drum spurs. We have a how you put it together with a key. Okay, so that's that box. Let's see, here we have floor tom legs. Put those down. This may be the tom mount. So this model is not the one with the cymbal mount on the kick drum. This one just has the single tom mount. That seems like an awfully long box for that. But let's just open this and see what's in it. I'm sure this is the tom mount. And since this has a 20-inch kick, there's no riser. Yep, so here's our tom mount. Goes in the bass drum. Has its own height adjustment. It looks like maybe there's a cap here, so if you wanted to loosen this and put a cymbal holder, you could use that spot for a cymbal holder. Alright, so there's that. Another cardboard. Alright, so here are the bass drum heads. The Tama logo head with a, looks like it's got a muffling ring, as well as the batter side head, clear Powercraft 2 with a muffling ring. That'll give us a nice punchy bass drum sound. Alright, so there's our floor tom, wedged in nicely with some foam, heavy foam rubber. Again, the shallow 14-inch floor tom. Get this out of here. This bag. Again, another really beautiful finish. Nice tone. Our school colors are blue and orange, like the Denver Broncos. And here's the bass drum shell, no heads. So we've got these cardboard spacers in the corners. And looks like the bass drum hoops are taped on maybe. But there's the nice shallow 20-inch bass drum. So we will get back, we'll put some of this stuff together and we'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, so we're going to put the heads on. Here's the batter, which we're going to put the front head on first. This is an 8-lug bass drum. This is a coated Tama with, again, the muffling ring in it. Let's make sure we got it nice and level. The logo. Also on these hoops, I'm noticing that there's an edge that's unfinished and an edge that is finished. So we're going to put the finished edge out. So we'll get some of these claws on. as you're putting on the claws are nice. They've got a nice coat or a rubber insert on them, so they're not going to mar up the hoops. And just go ahead and put them on probably just until they start to have a little bit of tension, just to start with. Nice and small on these claws. Very nice. So at this point we're just going to go on opposite sides and just finger tighten everything. Finger tighten all the rods down. Get a little tension on it. Let me try to find that key. So we'll just start gently back and forth. Star pattern, feeling the tension on the head, doing it by feel to start with. Back and forth, so starting on one side, go across to the one directly across, go back next door, across, next door, across, next door, and across. So you're starting to feel that. Listening, feeling the tension, trying to get that one's a little high, that one's a little low. That's pretty good. Let's flip it over and put the batter head on. So this is a clear batter head with, again, internal muffler. So we've got this little bit of soft material protecting the hoop. Alright, again we've got the unfinished and the finished. Putting the finish to the outside. Do the same thing. We'll probably do this head a little bit looser. And see where we are and go from there. Again, using that star pattern, just take the wrinkles out and see where that gets us. Alright, so here we have the spur, which goes into this bracket. The bracket has some nice marks in here to help you set your angle and your depth every time. The spur also has this tip where it's, you can convert it, bring the spikes out if you need to. And these are going to go right in here. Grab my key. And it's got a little key. So we'll just start with them all the way in. It looks like with this depth of drum, we probably are going to have to take these extensions out every time we pack it up, or it probably will not fit in the stand. But that's as high as it goes. I'll probably have to move those out a little bit. And we'll go ahead and do the other side. I'll spin this around. We'll put that all the way in. Oh, that's really down in there. So I might have to use my fingers because it's not quite. That head's all the way in there, that set screw. Again, all drum key operated. Okay, so at their shortest, we still have just a little bit of lift on the front of the bass drum, which is nice. Gives you lots of room to angle back if you want. Alright, so got the bass drum heads on, we got the spurs on, I put a pedal on. Snare drum does not come with this drum set. It's no snares. So this is just one of my snares. Let's go ahead and put on the tom mount. Let me see if it's nice memory lock. Has some nice height adjustment, so it looks like there's your height adjustment. I believe this will swing. Let me grab my drum key. Looks like you can loosen this, and this part of the arm will swing. So this is the newer Tama mount. Newer compared to my 80s Tama drum set. So we have another memory lock here on the tom mount on this arm. Alright, so let's set this tom on here. I did not do any tuning on these toms. This is factory tuning. So let's see how this fits on here. Okay, so there's that lock, and then we just can swing this down. I think I'm gonna swing this back a little bit, give myself a little more room. Swing this tom down. May do a little angle adjustment here. So that does seem a little far to the left, but I'm sure we can adjust that later. And let's put the floor tom legs on. This is one concern I have, is that because this drum is so shallow, will it be set up high enough? I'm not concerned about it for my middle schoolers, but I am a little concerned about it for adults. And these are just the clear Tama heads. And again, factory tuning, so that is a bit low. Something that may have to be adjusted. And